Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. If you're new here, my name is Elena and I am the homeschooling mama to 3 kiddos. And here on my channel, we talk about everything from homeschooling to homemaking and all the things in between. Today, we're going to talk about my planner and how I'm going to get it all set up for quarter 2. I like to put my planner stuff into quarters. I break up my year that way, and it just helps. So it's going to be kind of a quarterly reset, if you will, in my planner. To be quite honest with you, I'm in a little bit of a funk. I think I really need to clean my planner also. But I thought this would be a good time to go ahead and start my monthly reset, or actually this will be my quarterly reset of my planner, because being in my planner is a creative outlet for me, and it really helps. It's one of the tools that I use to help with my anxiety and things like that. There's just the creative process mixed with writing things down. Both of that stuff just, I find really are helpful to me and this journey that I'm on. So with that being said, I just thought it would be a good time to dive in here and get this done today. If you didn't see the original setup of this, I will link that video for you up in the cards if you want to go back and see that. But it's kind of, right now I have some stuff in here that needs to be cleaned out, and I just figured now would be a good time to do it. And then I want to add some other stuff into it as well. First thing I'm going to do is kind of empty out my pockets, go through what needs to stay in here and what doesn't. I have some cards that I need to get in the mail. These have been sitting here for so long. I'm gonna go get stamps that put them on here right now and get this and put it in our mailbox right now. This is a card that my aunt has sent me. You know, sometimes you just need to be reminded that you are loved. And so I had that in there. But I think I'm ready to take this out and maybe put it into more of a memory type planner thing. So I'm gonna take that out. And I'm also gonna take this stuff on the side out. I had it clipped together in here a little bit nicer, but I used the paper clip in here somewhere else. So for now, I'm just gonna set that stuff aside. And I'm gonna keep going through and just cleaning out what doesn't need to be in here. Okay, so I just took everything out of the pockets. I do wanna put some new stuff in here and put some of this stuff back in, but I'm gonna see what else can be taken out. I'm gonna leave this pocket in because it's working. We have, here's a free printable that is just kind of our overall calendar. It's a fold out. I believe it was a free printable from Peanuts Planner Co. And this is kind of what I use for our advanced planning, or, you know, things are later in the year, because I only keep 3 months in here. So each part of your year, when I say quarterly planning, I do like January through March, April through June, July to September, and October to December, and those are the months that I'm keeping in here. I did take out my dividers because I went ahead and laminated them. If you want to go back, like I said, and watch that other video, you'll see that I didn't laminate them because I didn't know if this setup was going to work for me. But so far it's been working pretty well, and I'm going to continue into it, or I'm going to continue with it into the next quarter because it's working out. So I went ahead and I laminated it because I think it's this one was getting torn. It was just paper. Yeah, it's this one here. Was getting kind of ripped. I don't know if it'll come up on the camera there, but it was kind of getting ripped. And so I went ahead and laminated it so that I can keep them in here. So what I need to do is I'm going to keep this 2022 calendar in here. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is mark down with a highlighter our school schedules. So the days that I had scheduled for us to have off, I'm going to put on here as well, so I can kind of have an overall view of it. For my catch-all section, I am using the Christian planner. I basically just took apart one of their book-bound planners. I had this one on our shelves. It is a 2021 planner, so I am redating it, but this is the year that I am just kind of reusing what I have and making do with what I have, or I'm trying to the best of my ability anyways. So like I said, so far it's been working for me. For 3 months, I've been using it for my catch-all, and I really like it. So it comes with this Christian year overview, and it has some of the holidays here, and I liked that, so I left that. And then I actually just put in the numbers for the punch because I kept forgetting what numbers I needed to punch here, so I put those in just so I would have that. Still haven't filled out the bucket list or the vision board. I keep it in here just in case I'm gonna get the urge one day, so I have that in there. This is what the redated kind of monthly looks like, and I like it. At one point At one point, I put in our meal plan in here. I printed it out at 2 to a page, and then I put in a monthly. I try to meal plan by the month. So I think I'm gonna keep this in here. Oh, I was gonna try to rip it out, but I go ahead and notch it, but I'm gonna keep it in here because I don't wanna lose it, and it's a month of mail. So I'm gonna keep this. I'm just gonna put it to the side for now. I didn't really color any of their pages. They do have some really pretty scripture pages that you can color if you want. But here's kind of how I started with the planning. Very, very plain. And then here's kind of where we're at now, which is very full. So I am really enjoying this. I am gonna keep in, I like to keep in like the last month or week. And I do have a lot of notes. In between each page, each week, it leaves you room for notes or sermon notes. If you take it, it says reflection, preparation, sermon notes, or free space. And so I have been keeping notes in here. I'm gonna go through really quick and see if there's any notes I wanna keep in here and what I wanna pull out so I can put in the next quarter's things in there. Okay, so I have the months in, and I think what I'm gonna do for this upcoming quarter is rather than, I was dating it, redating, because I have to redate everything. I don't really mind, actually. What I was doing was redating, waiting for the month to come up and setting up for the month and redating the entire month. But I think what I will do is go ahead and redate all 3 months at one time, so those are all ready to go. But I'm gonna wait to decorate them because, like I said, that's part of my creative process, and I look forward to that in the month. But I'm not gonna do that just yet because I'm gonna continue on putting the dividers back in. My next divider here, what I added in was a budget section. So this is just a template of things that I have already allotted for but haven't come out of my bank account yet. And so I have room here to have check marks when they do come out. And then I use the Budget Mom, or we use the Budget Mom's Budget by Paycheck workbook. I will link to the video. It's an older video, so please be kind if you watch it. But it's an older video where I kind of walk you through what was in our budget binder at that time. This is just a mini version of it. I went ahead and printed 2 pages to a sheet, and then that's how I got this half-page size of this, so that I could better keep track of our budget, because it was getting a little out of control, and I wanted to keep better track of it. So in between here is like our expense log. And so that's already written in, so I'm not gonna quite share that. But this section was my homeschool section, and I wasn't using it until this week. So I'm going to add a budget section in, and I also want to keep my homeschool section. So I think I have enough dividers, but let's see. Let's see how thick it is now. It's not that bad. Also, I have added in, this is just a pen loop that I have clipped on to the current week, and I need to get another pen. I had like one of those Coletto for multi-pens, but I had a Bic 4+1, which was 4 inks plus a pencil, and I cannot find it for the life of me. But I think that will be handy, especially if I continue doing the homeschool planner in here, because I use a different color for each one of my kids. So for now, I'm just gonna put this one in, and it has 2 different colors in there. I'm gonna add that in, and then I also have this is my favorite pen here. It is not expensive at all, but it's just one of my favorites. It's just the Pentel RSVP fine point in black, and I think it also comes in red and blue, but the black ones are the ones that are my favorite, and so I keep that in there too. So all in all, I have 3 different colors for now, and I think that'll be okay. This houses the extra portion of my what I'm using for my YouTube stuff right now. I didn't use this all of January, so I just kept it in here because it is undated and I can use it at another time. And as you see, I like to make sure that we're using our stuff, but I am gonna put it in April, May, and June. And then I'm gonna flip to the back here and put in, I'm gonna have this house, I'm gonna put in the pages I've already used, and then just have that housed in here. So I'm gonna just notch these out and add it to the kind of YouTube section that I have going on here. Here, these inserts, if you're interested, are from Hobby Lobby. Were a gift from my mom, as was the this planner. And I did try, I will link the video where I tried to make it all fit in here, but it went awry. So I'll link that video if you want to see that too. Planner, I'm mostly done getting it set for the next quarter. I take that back. I still need to redate some things, but I'm going to take a break from like punching and putting stuff in, and I'm going to decorate maybe a little. I'm going to add some little doodads. I still have some of these little adhesive square pockets from back in the day from Target. I try to put stuff back in here in the little plastics. Anyways, it's probably making awful noise on camera. Sorry about that. But I just have some doodads that I pulled from some of my other planner. This is a picture of my son and I. It's a few years back, and I just love that picture. And then just a couple other things. These I had in this planner already, but I grabbed, you know, probably way too much. And I'll see what we'll put in and what we won't. These are the extra pockets that I had that I hadn't used, and this is just a printable that I thought would be good to have in there. Maybe. I'm not sure how much more I could fit in here, but we'll find out. I just cut out a piece of paper here. This is just a piece of scratch paper. I'm gonna add some pictures to it, I think, and just probably just washi tape it onto here. If I was thinking more in advance, when I laminated my dividers, I could have done like a clear sheet here, but this is fine for now. This was, I wasn't sure if this was gonna be a permanent setup for me, and I still, honestly, I'm not sure. I'm playing it by ear, and I think that that's one of the great things about having a planner, is that you get to change it up when it doesn't work, and we don't have to be committed to it for life. Like you can move it along if it's not working for you. So I'm gonna finish putting some pictures on here and then probably tape that in. I found these washi cards in another video I was doing, and I don't know if that got on the camera, but anyways, I was going through, I think, my faith planner, and I found these washi cards, and I was like, oh, why don't I put these back in my planner? Do you remember when we all had these in our planners? They're just sitting in my washi stash, and so I thought I would throw at least one in here, maybe both. I don't know, my planner's getting pretty fat. Good thing it's the one that stays home, because I'm pretty sure I'm running out of room in here. Do you need all this stuff in your planner? No, absolutely not. Do I want it? Yes. So it's okay for me, and it's okay for you if it's not your jam. All of our planners don't have to look the same. All of us don't have to use a planner. I think that shaming people for their creative outlets and things, I mean, if that's their biggest problem, that they put too many stickers on a piece of paper, leave it be, because that's not really a problem. Okay, so I think that is it. I do have a ton more stuff and a ton of stuff to clean up here, but I'm gonna, for now, for this moment, because it's ever changing, I'm gonna leave this the way that it is. I will do a really quick, nothing with me is really quick. Let me be honest with y'all. a quick little flip through, or as quick as I can flip through of the planner and what we're looking at for the next quarter, or how we're starting our next quarter, because it may change up. So I went ahead and added the washi tape in here. It's decorative, but I think it'll also come in handy because, as you can see, or maybe you didn't see, I just kind of throw that washi tape in whenever I need to, and then also if my sticky notes are not sticking, I think this will come in handy. And then I just have a little decor piece and a little paper clip here that says Jesus. I like her. I like her whole thing she's giving off. She looks happy, she looks relaxed, and she looks cute. Look at this. This is how I want to go into spring, happy and relaxed, right? And then I just changed up the folder this time around. I thought I would enter it in with first the coffee, then the things. These are from Hobby Lobby. I don't remember where my paper clip is from, and this was a free printable from Mommy Lay way back when. And then, let's see, I added in this was a printable from This Routine Life. I will link what I can down below, but this one is just 38 mom hacks that save your sanity, and then she's broken it down into different categories: declutter, planning, self-care, and fun. So I just thought that would be a good thing to have in my planner. Sometimes when I'm overwhelmed, or, you know, like I said, this is where I come to sometimes when I'm anxious, and sometimes when and so just having this reminder here, things like in declutter, do a 5-minute pickup. I have a hummingbird here from artist AZ Lotus Arts. I will link her webpage below, but they have a special sort of meaning for me now. And then this is like I said, a free printable from Peanuts Planner Co. This is just what I use for future planning. And then, because I only keep a quarter in at a time, I'm gonna come back in here and go ahead and highlight the rest of the school year. We only have a few more months. And then I need to decide if we're gonna do some sort of summer schooling, or what our plan is, or non-plan is for summer. But that's just a quick glance at 2022. You saw when I added just a little clip here. This is Psalm 143:8. I just thought it was good to have in there. The Christian Year Overview. This is from the Christian Planner. This is part of their beginning pages. And then again, I'm leaving in the vision board and bucket list and the healthy habit goals, because I'm convinced one day I'm going to sit down and fill these out. Maybe, but we're leaving them in there. And then these are the dividers that I just made back in that first video. I went ahead and laminated them after all, and then Post-it notes, a little pocket. I ended up putting the 2021 goals in here. And then I just have my monthly and then the weekly. This is the current week I'm filming in. And then I went ahead and added in the next 3 months. And I will go in and I redate when I do it weekly. But I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead at a later time and redate every month at this time. So I have April, May, and June in here, so I'll redate all 3 months at one time, just in case I want to add anything, or I may not. I was originally thinking I wanted to go ahead and have it dated and done, at least the monthly pages, but I do have the future planning sheets here at the front that I could use for future planning, because that's what I was thinking why I wanted to do these, but who knows. Anyways, that's what's in here, April, May, and June. These sheets, I've been unbinding them from the book and putting them in here, and it worked for the first 3 months, so for the first quarter of the year, and I'm gonna continue on and see if it works for the next quarter, and as long as it keeps working for me, I'm gonna keep doing it. I have no backup plan if it doesn't work, but honestly, in the summer, I get the urge to switch up to a traveler's notebook, or I get the urge to go to like a personal size rings. So I don't know. We'll see if I get that urge as the weather warms. I don't know what it is about the warming weather that makes me want to switch things up in my planner. But then I have, I went ahead and I did have this divider, but I added in a budget. This is now a budget section that I have in here. And so these were just some notes that I was making on the side here, and then here is the Budget Moms Budget by Paycheck workbook. I believe this is like one of the first ones that she came out with. She's an option that's already printed. I think she has like 2 at least options that are printed. So she's little booklets that you can purchase, and then a whole like planner type system, and then I think just like a budget system. So that would be 3. And then on top of that, she has printables that you can purchase. And so what I did was purchase the printable version of the budget by paycheck book, and then I have that and I use that in a separate binder, but I also wanted to be keeping closer tabs on it. I was realizing I wasn't reaching for that binder as often, and so at the end of the month when I was closing out our budget, it was really hard for me to backtrack and do all the things. It was taking a really long time. It was getting very frustrating and bills are frustrating enough that I just was putting more pressure on myself for that. So I went ahead and I printed just a couple, the paycheck tracker, bill tracker that she has, and then underneath here is the expense sheets, and I printed it at 2 to a page, double-sided. So the way that it comes out is the paycheck bill tracker is here, in between is the expense sheets, and then on the flip side is another expense or bill tracker, paycheck tracker thingy, the same one that's on the other side. Anyways, so that I'm putting in here for now. I'm gonna see how this works for me. So far for the month of March, we're almost at the end of it and it's been working well. So I will print out April and put that in too. But for now, I'm just gonna leave March in here. I'm not gonna print too many at a time. Let's keep going. This is another just homemade, kind of wonky, but it works, divider. In here is my homeschool section. So I have another pocket. I don't have anything in here yet, but I just added a couple pictures of my kids on here, and this cute little notebook with the mustache. But these are free printables from christianbook.com, and I, again, just picked out 2 of the pages from the free printable that they offer. I picked the 2 that I thought would work, and then I printed it 2 to a page and double-sided it. And so they do, when you see, if you want to see the printable that they offer, there are more pages in the planner, and it prints out at a full size. If you print it to the default layout, it's a whole 8.5 by 11 sheet. It has different options in there too. I think it has like a curriculum planning page and a monthly view and a couple of other great sheets in there, but I only chose the 2 that I thought we would need, that I would be most beneficial for us in here, because again, I wasn't, like my budget binder, I wasn't opening the homeschool planner that I was using regularly enough. I liked the extra room, having that extra homeschool binder, and I do kind of reach for it, but not on the daily. And so I really needed something that I was having open all the time and could look at daily. And so I went ahead and printed these out. This side here, I did the weekly organizer, and it's got a Monday through Sunday, and then it's got a to-do list, a habit tracker, and notes. And then I've been using this section here for my daughter, the habit tracker one for my son, my youngest son. So I do more of a kind of back planning way of tracking his school, because we just track his a little differently. It's just how it works out for him and I. And then I also think that this to-do and these notes, I might add in, like if my 2 littles have a special project, usually I'll combine them. Like if we're gonna do science, we've been doing a lot of Magic School Bus science, so they do it together. My daughter has a more in-depth project that kind of goes along with it, but if we're watching like a particular show with it, I will try to find an at his level thing, activity or something like that for my son to do. So I'll mark that down here, that that's some of the group stuff that we're going to do that week. This section is for my son, my oldest son. He is in high school, so his is a whole different kind of thing. So on this side is his, and this is just the weekly planner, and it has Monday through Friday, room for notes, and then I've just been jotting down when we go over our Monday meeting what he needs to have done for each particular day. And then if there's an extra project that doesn't fall on a particular date, I have room to write it here. And then the next section is the YouTube section. And so I went ahead and just added a little note here. Consistency will bridge the gap from where you are to where you want to be, not perfection. Just thought that was a good little thing to have taped there. This is just a little matrix that I had made for myself. You can see sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't, but it's got a list of some of the videos that I wanted to get out, and then I just have some ideas on here. This is another free printable from it's Planner Co, and I had jotted down, I was jotting down just to kind of track as my just to track some things on my planner. March got away from me. I didn't end up doing it on the 1st. I ended up not realizing that I didn't do it until the 20th. So it's there. It's supposed to be there to kind of keep motivating me. Sometimes YouTube can be sad because you want to grow faster than you are, and then you forget that it should be fun and blah, blah, blah. So, so that's why I only do it once a month, and it just kind of sits there. And then into the monthly view, this is also from Peanuts Planner Co. And then here is where I kind of write down the ideas and when I want to schedule. At the beginning, we were doing, I think, 4 videos a month. 4 videos a month. I'm lying. I was doing 4 videos a week. And then I scaled back, and now at this time, we are doing videos Sunday, Monday, and Thursdays. For now, I don't know when or if that'll change, but that's when our videos are coming out. And so I like to write down the ideas for the videos, or if I have a collaboration that I'm doing, then I'll write that into so I don't forget. And then we go into the inserts from Hobby Lobby. These are really, they're just so pretty. I needed to find a use for them. And so I just have this little Filofax thing, and that's for my weekly. They're just kind of a standard weekly view. They are undated, start on Monday and on Sunday. For notes, and what I've been doing is just marking down like that particular day what I hope to get filmed and edited, and if I have any particular notes or something like that, I'll put that in here. So I went ahead and I added April, May, and June. Then we just have another folder here, and then I stuck a paper clip here because, like I said, I'm always looking for clips sometimes when I'm going back and forth. Here is just a notes section, just note pages. If I feel like I need an extra in my week, like if I need a daily, I'll take one of these out and put it in there and put our daily plan on there. It's just grid paper that I printed to half sheet size, I believe. And then in the back is where I went ahead and stuck that meal plan because I didn't want to lose it. And then this is another divider, but right now it's working as a page lifter. And then that's where I went ahead and put in this kind of homemade pen loop, and then an extra pen here. I'm gonna look for my other pen that I was talking about. I do need more colors, but this one will work for now. It gives me 2 more colors, and then I found the notepad that goes in the back here because always extra sheets are a good thing. And then my other pen, RSVP pen that I use, is stuck in here too. That's how my planner is going to be set up for Q2, or to begin our next quarter. I like that we get to go in and refresh it whenever we want, switch it up. I don't have to wait for the next quarter to refresh it if I want to. I could just do it again. But this is kind of what I'm going into for spring. I hope that you found this video helpful or entertaining. If you did, would you please be sure to give it a thumbs up? It really helps the channel to get some engagement in there. And then it also helps me to know what kind of videos that you're looking for and what kind of content you like on our channel, so I can be sure to try to aim to make more of those kinds of videos. Anyways, I want to say thank you so much for watching, spending your time with me and hanging out in my planner. It really means a lot. If you're already part of our little YouTube family, thank you so much for joining and being a part of this little journey with us. If you're not, maybe check out some of our other videos and see if you want to join our little YouTube family. We would love to have you. Thanks again for watching.